We are at April 9th. Okay, we knew to watch out for April 9th. All right. The reason I'm reporting right now is that there's a break in the battle right now. I have been extremely it's there's a break in the battle, so I'm just reporting right now while I can. All right. So, this is our huge black object right here, okay? Boom, you can see the sun reacting to it. It spits off this huge, huge solar flare that came back as an M3 or whatever, but I don't believe that. Let's back up a few frames here, pull this down. There's no intro right now. We are just all about business right now. I meant to do this last night. I was preparing a show last night, and let's just say I passed out from the pain. I cannot. I just got a brief moment right now. So here is our massive object. It has caused a huge CME. Let's back up. Boom, boom, boom. We're backing up here. Okay, this was yesterday, April 9th on Easter. This is the Easter egg, okay? Now we're going to go, boom, forward. Here's the other objects that were with it that got ripped aside, and we're going this side of the sun, while the big main object, these are ones that orbit the big one, okay? But the big main object, you can see it reaching out like this, okay? As this CME spreads, as this object passes by. We're going to freeze frame it right there. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I want focus camera. All right, now that the camera's a little focused, I need to round the wedge real quick. That's too much. Bear with me a sec. How about this? Right there. Should be right. Okay, that's better. Okay, we're zooming in on it. No, that's perfect right about there. I think. Let's go zoom in one more time. Right there's good. All right, thank you, Lord. Okay, now what I'm going to do, it's all about the tint and stuff, right? So watch carefully, folks. Can you see it now? Can you see our big round object as this thing splashes and goes around the object, okay? It's black, it's a stellar core, it doesn't reflect light, but when it goes by the sun, it rips plasma off, and this plasma drapes around it like a tablecloth over an invisible table. I'm going to do this effect again, all right? I want you to see, all right about there, I think. Let me look on my screen here. Yeah, right about there, you can make out the circular shape of this black object. Part of it is back behind the occulter here, okay? It's big. It's right here, okay? You can see the splash effect coming around and going around it, okay? It's a huge object. That's the big one, okay? That's the one I'm most worried about. And it showed up on Easter, folks, okay? This is a sign from God right here. This is a huge sign. This is the same object he used back in September of 2017, okay? This is the Nemesis object right here. And I showed you the other little planetoids that got ripped off as it approached the sun, okay? Or as we approached it. However, this is working, okay? But here is your big, huge object right there. This is not a joke, all right? I want you guys to take a close look at this. This is nothing but seriousness right now. I am under a huge, painful spiritual attack. This is spiritual warfare at its maximum, all right? It's so painful, it made me pass out from pain. I was unable to do my report last night because of inbound objects, okay? We're going to put it back to the tint here because this just does it justice. This is why we need this difference model. This is why this information is so damn important. Okay, because we have a huge object that is interacting with the sun. When this thing comes by in 3 days from the 9th, that'd be 9, 10, 11, around the 12th, okay? Or the speed it's moving, possibly a little earlier, maybe on the 11th. Maybe April 11th, 411, just for your information. Get it? 411, just for your information. Anytime from 411 on out, we are in deep shit. This thing is huge, all right? And it showed up on Easter. This is not a game. This is nothing but seriousness. You guys recognize the times we're in right now, and I'm telling you, this object just passed the sun yesterday on the 9th. All right? Let me go to show you something else while I still have the patience and, okay. This is, pull back. This is, Wages World, okay? Wages World's a friend of mine. Why is this not? It's still playing? What? No, I don't want to play it. Pause it right where it was. All right, here we go. This image right here that was cleaned up by Scott. Okay, we all know Scott from Planet X News or whatever. He's been out of the game for a while. But this was an image that was captured. Okay, here's our big one again. All right, that's what happens when it's cleaned up. I had that first thing pulled up for a reason, because it said, oh my God, what it looked like after the image was cleaned up. Okay, this event, let me go back a little bit here. Please understand, I'm using this for educational purposes. Where is the frame that shows the date? Boom. I believe it's right here. Okay. I want you to take close note of this date. Here, this is where I blow it up so you guys can see. All right. Let's tint it down a little bit. There we go. Pay close attention. This is September 23rd of 2020. So what about that date, Brian? September 23rd, ring a bell? Anybody? Anybody paying attention in class here? September 23rd is the star alignment on 2017. This thing showed up 3 years later to the day of the Revelation 12 sign. This is another sign, okay? Then, as we back out, that was September 23rd, okay? Revelation 12 date. 3 years later, the 3-year anniversary of the Revelation 12 star alignment, this object showed up next to the sun. Now, as we pull back and go to this, I want you to take note of the date. This is April 9th, Easter. This showed up 3 years later to the day. How do I put this? This prophecy being fulfilled. All of these are signs. This is another sign. This thing is going to pass in front of the earth, probably equilateral with our ecliptic, with our equator. Maybe to the north a tad. And it is going, the gravitational effects from this pass could cause, earthquakes. I'm going to have to work on trajectories. Nobody is showing. They're all reporting this is just some M3 flare, nothing to look at. Bullshit. This is an emergency alert right now. We have the big one just entertained the sun on Easter. This is God screaming, screw your Easter eggs. I'll give you a fucking Easter egg. Here's an Easter egg. Shouldn't be celebrating chocolate rabbits and having Easter egg hunts. Easter's about Jesus and the suffering he went through. I saw a lot of good reports yesterday. You guys, wonderful as far as the worshipers, but the people that don't understand or don't believe are going to understand and believe in a big way here, very violently, possibly very soon. You know what? You elite, it's you and me that are holding this thing off. Understand me. Hear me clear as a bell. It's you and me and our prayers that are holding this thing off, and now I need you guys on your knees and praying really hard right now, okay? Along with me. I am in a spiritual battle that is so fucking intense that I only get a break right about now to report. And I am late reporting on this. I should have had this out last night when we first saw it. I'm sorry, I need to calm down. I am losing my composure here. While I still have time, let's go over and try to do some kind of solar report. This was last night, okay? This is yesterday. This is the intense battle I was in right here. Our big object right here. This is the little mouse fart that they're all claiming is the M3. Well, that's where our big object snuck through the back door right here. See where my little marker is? Or where my pointing right here? Okay, that's our big event. And let's go deeper on this. It's not going to show anything, but just entertain it for a second. Yeah, see right here, this purple one is about the only one that shows any kind of significant event. This is pretty much mouse fart. This is another event today. All right, and I have yet to see that one yet. I still haven't stepped away from the battle yet to even get to this first. This is most important at the moment, and I'm a day late, so it's already on its way. It's a day past the sun already. Okay, and that means about 2 more days from now. So anywhere from starting on April 11th to April 12th, we could possibly entertain some gravitational effects by the passing of this object right here, and the other ones on the other side. This thing is not alone. It has a bunch of other planetoid, stellar core type objects that rotate around the big one. Okay, this is the big one. This thing is the one that matches the definition of a black hole, of a neutron star, of a it's dark matter. Okay, we might entertain some dark matter effects. Okay, there's going to be, this thing brings the spiritual battle with it because it's got all kinds of entities that live on these other planetoids. So expect to see more UFO activity. It's here. It's on its way to Earth, possibly 2 days, 1.5 to 2 days away. Let's go over to the Schumann, because look at the Schumann. It is out of order right now, leaving off with our huge blast. This was the application of the brakes on the core and the shell. Okay, if we have a core lockdown and the core is not spinning inside the shell, I wish we had more data here. We need to know what's going on with our core and our shell right now, so when this bad boy hits on the 11th and a half to 12th, our shield's going to be up or down. Our shield's going to be up or down. Start praying for the shields to be up, folks. Start praying for this thing to pass at a different distance. Start praying for the mercy of God. Start praying for a lot of good things to happen, not bad things. We don't want bad things to happen, okay? We can fight this, you and me, okay? We can do this, no matter how big this object is, and it's like 5 to 10 times bigger than our sun, okay? And let's come over to here. I want you to look on the red side. Do you see this violent difference in the bubble shape of the CME right here? Please let me scroll down and back up a little bit. All right. Do you see this circle right here? This is the damage ring of the plasma hitting the surface of the bigger object. That's the damage ring, and here's the conduit of plasma right here. And it's spreading out in a circular fashion. That's your damage ring already forming. Let me get it just right and back it up. Now watch closely. As that object approaches, you see how this circular shape is the plasma skirting up the bottom front of our bigger stellar core as it's approaching. This is reaching out backward towards the sun as it approaches. Then it cups around the bottom. You can see almost right here is our damage ring spreading out. Wait. Where's the one? Is it this one? You can see other little planetoids here that are going along with this object. They're caught in the CME too. They're draped in plasma, but very, very faintly. Let me tint this out real quick. That's why I like to do it at night. My room's a little darker. Right about here. Make out a circular one here, one here, one here. Our bigger object, or no, there seems to be something going on right here, but then here is our damage ring, all right? You got to remember, this is three-dimensional, all right? And we're trying to see a three-dimensional event unfolding on a two-dimensional screen. Let me try a button or two here. Boom. Boom. Anyway, let's pull this back over. Oh, we got it. We even got our thing streaking through there, kind of pointing at it. You know, here's our object. Here's our damage ring. Or this appears to be a shock wave or something coming out. Our bigger planetoid thing is right here. Okay, you see the plasma draping around this spheroid object. Here is our damage ring is reaching out already, going around the object, like bigger than it is as it approaches. And then these next few frames, boom, you see it. Now here's our object in this frame as it gets bigger, as it approaches, all right? And you can see here's the damage ring just behind it, about to go over it. Then, as we shift back over to the difference model, whoops. There's your object right there. There's your big one right there. Okay? You can see how the plasma is reaching out to it, cupping it, and going around a big giant spheroid object here. Let me center it more for the camera. Tint this again. All right, see how big and black the object is? But then when we go into reverse, like into negative, it really defines the reaching out, the stretching over. You see this? You see this plasma curving and going over the back side of this object? The actual sphere is right here, and this is curving and going over it. Like your hair slicked back on your head, just kind of mimicking how I wear my hair a little bit, slicked back. If this were the forehead and here's the hairline, you can see the streaking back, the bending of plasma, the bending of light. This object bends light, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It bends light. See this plasma curving around it? The gravity of this is causing the plasma, which is light, to curve and bend and go around it. You are looking at a giant stellar core, possibly our burned out binary twin. It really doesn't matter what it is. It matters that it is, and it is. And it is right there, painted perfectly. God couldn't have painted a better picture of this object, of an invisible object. How do you paint an invisible object? Like this. This is how you do it. See it now? Okay? Red alert, folks. We got a big object inbound. And this was forecasted, this wave of energy. They call it a wave of energy probably because they can't see the object. But I can see it, and you can see it, can't you? Yeah, that's why I call you the elite. Because you guys have the wisdom and the elite knowledge. Look at the date, April 9th. 9 is 3 threes, significant number. April 9th. There was a star alignment yesterday, a planetoid or planetary alignment yesterday. Gee, I wonder why they all align. Maybe because this thing threw them into their cycle in the first place. And when it comes along, it coincides with the alignment because this is what's holding the alignment in place, not our sun. Or set the motion of the planets in the order that they are, so the opposite reaction happens when this thing is nearby. Same with the Revelation 12 star alignment, back when it showed up on September 17th of 2017. Or September 10th of 2017, 13 days before the star alignment, this thing showed up. Brian, my stuff today, please. Oh, yeah, we'll watch Woman of the Dragon. I'll look at your stuff today. And start aiming your cameras at the sky, everybody. Okay, because right now you're going to start capturing stuff. I was out there taking pictures of the Easter event in the sky, if you know what I mean. I keep showing you stuff that happens in the clouds on Easter, and yesterday was quite the painful day. Hopefully I got some good images, and actually what I captured I can't show. But we'll get there eventually, hopefully, if there's enough time left. Anyways, I have another report to do tonight. There's instruments that are going off the hook here. We'll look over at the earthquake activity just real quick. I expect this to start to pick up here maybe, possibly soon. We'll see the weather increase, whatever is going to happen here. We'll have intensification from the inbound object. Okay, so other than that, that's about all I got for right now. This is just a brief little break in the battle. I wanted to show you some stuff that I missed last night and apologize for not reporting on this. In my alert, I said, don't miss tonight's show. And of all people, the person that throws the show missed it. So my apologies for people who stayed up late that were waiting. You see this object and you say, and I'm saying, don't miss tonight's show. And then I'm the one that doesn't show up. It's not like me, but please understand, I was passed out from pain. It's never happened to me before. So yesterday, I hope you all had a good Easter. Mine was quite painful, but it's about to get even more. So y'all pray for each other, pray for me, pray on this object, and pray for the Lord to have mercy. Okay? Because it can happen. We can change this. We can change this. But it's just me and you guys, all right, that know. So you better start telling other people and getting them praying on it too, because the more we have, the more strength we have, all right? Gotta go, dude. I hear the battle raging. I love y'all. Gotta go until later on tonight. I'll be back.